Hello, I'm Jenny Hand, the director of the Munnings Art Museum in Dedham in Essex. I'm going to take you through some of my highlights of the museum this year. One of my favourite rooms this season has been the dining room. The dining room showcases hunting scenes by Munnings done during his lifetime. The dining room has a sense of elegance about it, and you can imagine Munnings inviting his friends to dine here with him when he was living here. He loved to give a good party, and he could remember poetry and rouse a good song to engage all of the guests at dinner. The wonderful thing about the Munnings Art Museum is that we try to maintain it with a feeling of home. And one of the ways in which this is easily done is to include little personal mementos and images of Munnings and his wife Violet throughout the house, so you can get a sense of the people that lived here. The dining table is where he entertained his friends, and here on the sideboard are photographs of his beautiful wife Violet. This painting is called Point to Point and was done in 1919, just after the end of the First World War. Munnings had a gift for capturing colour, light and movement. In 1919, when this picture was painted, a critic in the Studio magazine commented on how Munnings' style had become much tighter and was more detailed in what it captured in a scene. Whilst Munnings has been able to maintain a feeling of movement, light and colour, you can see that the details of the gathered crowd have become much more intricate, more so than his pre-First World War impressionistic paintings. This long composition has to be one of my favourite pictures from the whole collection. It is something that we found whilst clearing out cupboards during the pandemic, and we have dated this to being a painting by Munnings at around the age of 12 or 13. The lovely characters that are portrayed in this lengthy composition show Munnings' imagination and his sense of humour, and clearly demonstrates that he understood how this long format is part of the tradition of British sporting art in times before him. Above it is a print that Munnings owned and displayed when he lived at Castle House, which shows the meeting at Kirby Gate in Leicestershire. And underneath some of the figures are printed their names, and so his kind of copying or emulation of this very historic format for hunting pictures is something that he clearly grasped at a very early age.